For Rivals.com, I'm National Recruiting Analyst John Garcia Jr. here with one of the top tight ends in the class of 2025. It's Emaree Winston out of the state of Georgia. Emaree, we know it's a busy time for you in the month of December, but how does it feel to be down to three schools with that verbal commitment date set?
It feels good. I feel very blessed to be in this position I'm in now. Um, Ready for my date. Can't hurry up. I mean, it can't come any faster.
December 18th is the date that Winston wants to come off the board. Down to three schools for those who haven't checked you out on social media. It's Ohio State, Texas, and UCF. So three schools at different parts of the country in different conferences. Very different options among your 40 scholarship offers. How'd you
Right.
get it down to three? What was special about these three programs in making them your finalists?
Um, with Ohio State and UCF, my relationship with the coaches, I really enjoy spending time with them. And Coach Blackman, I will say, is one of my favorite coaches, and Coach Key is too, from Ohio State. With Texas, I like how they're going into the SEC. Um, I like Coach Banks, Coach Choice, and I like the way they use Jatavion Sanders. So
Yeah, I was gonna say, how do you start to? You went from 40 to three. So how do you go from three to one? How do you manipulate this list to where you feel comfortable? Like, hey, I'm going to this school. And on top of that, Emaree, why so early? Right? You're a class of 25 kid. You've got a year until your signing day. But why do you want to get it done before the senior class makes things official?
I feel like getting it done early, you can recruit your class that who you want to play with you, and you have a better chance of getting them. Uh, and like getting in the program, like you can learn more if they know you're locked in with them. You can learn more than just sitting back waiting till you get there, then have to learn everything. And I can go ahead and get on the workout plan and everything.
Let's play a little bit of word association. I'm going to name a school, and you're going to tell me just the first thing or two that pops into your head when you think of that school, when you see that logo. You ready?
Hmm.
Let's start closest to home with UCF. What comes to mind when you think of the Knights?
Uh, the Space U, like how it stands out. Space U does.
Let's go to the Big Ten with the Ohio State Buckeyes.
The amazing atmosphere. It's good.
And I know you already mentioned SEC with Texas, but beyond that, when you see that Longhorn logo, what comes into your mind?
Uh, Development. So
We'll leave the suspense until later in December, closer to the holiday season. For now, top three from one of the top 20 tight ends in the class of 2025. Let's move there, Emaree. What do you think makes you this Division One national recruit that you've become as a tight end projection?
my versatility on the field. Um, I mean, I got in my film, I got film of me playing quarterback, running back, receiver, safety. I mean, everywhere. So, and I feel like people don't know where I'll play next. Like, you don't know where I line up in it.
Certainly a modern projection, and you're also a very good basketball player, right? So, how does basketball factor into your overall athleticism? And you kind of took the words out of my mouth, versatility. How does that help you become that much more of a dynamic weapon, regardless of where you line up on Saturdays?
Basketball, I think my main thing is rebounding. Like my first game, I had 22 points, 22 rebounds. First game back off the field, and I think it helps me go up and grab balls, like high point them. So,
No doubt, Winston, one of the best ball trackers in the class of a 2025. So we know on the field, kind of where you're at. Where do you go going forward? Like, what are the next steps in your football development, in your opinion?
um, I think like I want to work on my speed. If that answers your question, like I think that's the next thing I need to work on is get out fast. I mean, my 40 time's not great, but my game speed is a lot better than my 40 time. So I think that's a lot better. Still need to be worked on.
For sure. We'll be looking forward to that during the Rivals Camp season this coming spring of 2024. Time is flying by, no doubt about it. We know you got a lot going on leading up to your December 18th verbal commitment, but what do you want to leave the fans with? Those who might be watching, what might they know or want to know about Emaree Winston that maybe isn't as clear to see as, your name and stars next to your profile?
Um, I'm good in the kitchen. Like I like to cook. Love to cook. So
There you go. Well, I should have mentioned Calhoun, Georgia is where you're from. So naturally, we should expect some of that Southern hospitality in the Winston household. I'm sure your teammates would appreciate it. Well, until your verbal commitment, good luck with the rest of the decision making process. And we'll be tracking it all day long here at rivals.com.
appreciate it.